Washington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Check, Mike 42. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Shift.
First down, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill.
From the 36, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up. Marcus Williams.
Interception, baby. Day.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Let's go, D. Go to 54, go to 54. Line in.
Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Elliott. They find some open field here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Mike 50. He don't know no better.
Prescott on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on fourth and very short. Prescott, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Rodgers. Got his man. It's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down,
Take 30. Hey, check 26.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Prescott now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
At the Packers' 34-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And some room to work. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Going to 53. Going to 53. 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Touchdown, Packers! Joe Mixon, 77 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Hey, kill.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
They're on 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be on this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Here I come. Kill. Mike, 51.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
13 yards on the play. That's good for Cowboys. First down.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
46. You're not ready. Check. Brandon. Kill. Flare. Here we go, 47. 51, Mike. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Prescott to throw it. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, 46. Under. Here we go, going to 54, 180.
Final play of the half. Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds his running back, Mixon.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
That's a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Rodgers now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. The connection made. It's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Rodgers to throw once more. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. Rodgers now on first down. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 39, Rodgers. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air as they are able to cut into that lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 99. Check 99.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 10th carry now for Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Here's Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cowboys on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go, 47.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Packers.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jamal Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
Hey, Delta.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They go to Elliott again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
We got this.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Check it through 47.
Elliott. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers now. Going to throw again. It's caught here by Adams.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
50. Hey, you block over here. 50.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. This is fielded at the 27. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Dallas, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Green